I don't know if this is going to be a good matchup because the overall, that's a +8 overall difference for the Saints. But the Lions have been able to pull off upsets before, won 24-3 in the NFC wildcard round to the Arizona Cardinals, getting their redemption after losing 23-17 the season prior in the NFC divisional round. They have now made the NFC divisional round for the 4th consecutive custom season in a row, as they look to make that even more likely. More likely? Why did I say more likely? As they look to make it to the NFC Championship game for the 3rd year of the 4 years they've been doing the custom season. By years, I mean seasons. The Saints, on the other hand, finally break through. They had a 10-6 record last year. They barely missed out on the playoffs because they lost to the Buccaneers. The last time they faced, because the Buccaneers also had a 10-6 record. So Saints came up short, missed out in the playoffs last season, made the playoffs this season with a very weak NFC South. Got 13-3. I think the Saints can do it this year. I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to make the Super Bowl. But, you know, they got Washington and Minnesota having to play their game. And then they got Ravens, Browns, or Jaguars and Patriots. So it all depends on the opponent. So now as the Lions face off against the New Orleans Saints, we get set here for the first game of one of the other NFC divisional round. Next game you'll see the Ravens and Browns face off against each other later. That'll be around 4. I think I said this game was going to be around 1, so it is 12:03, yes. But in the Superdome, Lions Saints about to get underway. Who is going to win? I say Saints. Lions don't, I mean, according to the overall bonus, I mean, that's like a near 90 overall for the Saints. I feel like they're going to pull off the victory, and they're going to score probably every single drive, no matter if it's a field goal or touchdown. If they get stopped, I'll be surprised. But, you know, Lions just trying to make it to the NFC Championship game and hopefully having to face a somewhat easy opponent in the NFC Championship game. The Lions have made the NFC Championship game twice, both against the Redskins, lost both times. One was, I believe, 35-42 or 28-35. It was a close game there. What was it? It was 42-35, and then the other game was 35-20 Redskins. And since then, Lions have not made it back to the NFC Championship game, but with this new lineup of new stars from the Redskins, will they be able to do something here at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome against the New Orleans Saints? I think they will, but it's going to be hard fought. I will tell you that. Last time these two teams met in the playoffs was the 2010 actual NFL playoffs, and I think the Saints blew out the Detroit Lions, so it really didn't matter there. Lions 13-4. Yes, we are counting, not towards the actual standings, but we are counting wins in the playoffs. Lions will receive ball at the second half. Saints will go ahead and return the ball and return. So Detroit gets set here in the Superdome. And the NFC divisional game is underway here in New Orleans. As returned by Michael Thomas. I think that's Michael Thomas. It's number 19. No, that's Ginn Jr. He's on the bottom. So here's Drew Brees. Had a hell of a year this season compared to the last season. So that's really good. Really good for the Saints to finally see that their team has finally broke out. Even Drew Brees had a good season last season, on 10-6 through 9 picks and 20 passing touchdowns. This year through 25 passing touchdowns and only 6 picks. But he's obviously gotten better. Kamara in the backfield. They hand off to Alvin Kamara, and Kamara gets stopped at the 23-yard line. I believe it's Harrison Sr. that got the tackle for a loss on Alvin Kamara, but the Lions so far trying to show their strength, trying to beat the Saints team. I think they'll be able to do it. Last time I commentated a Saints game was 2018 custom season, I want to say. I'll have to check that later. Hand off to Alvin Kamara again. He finds a hole. And face mask call. It's going to be on, I believe, Walker. It's already the Lions getting their first penalty. That's on Tracy Walker. Yep. And the first and 10 down 43-yard line. So it could have been a third down situation. It turned into a first and 10 down 43 because of the face mask. So yeah, the last game I commentated with the Saints. Well, last time I commentated only the Saints were facing the Redskins. Was, I think, never. I don't find the Saints in the 2018 custom season as well.
Ready, 5-9.
Because I did not, because I simmed the preseason. So first and 10 down, 5:20 remaining. Hand off to Alvin again, and Alvin's going to get stopped on 44-yard line. Nate, you're gonna have to stop this, dude. Like, honestly, I'm getting really annoyed because of it. So there's the lineup for the New Orleans Saints offense. So far, no passing plays, surprisingly, so far from Drew Brees.
You ready?
No. That pass from the first passing play caught by Michael Thomas. And Thomas down at their own 48-yard line. So here's the Lions defense right now. Tracy Walker had a hell of a game yesterday against the Arizona Cardinals. A pick, a fumble recovery for a touchdown. I think Coleman also got an interception there against Williams. They really just dominated that game. So 3rd and 5 now. Bunch formation for the New Orleans Saints. See, that's 3 X factors on their offense. Pass is caught to Michael Thomas for the first down. Is that Michael Thomas? No, it's Smith. My bad. Michael Thomas is 13, I'm pretty sure. But I thought he had an X factor as well, so Smith gets the reception for the first down, and the Saints will go ahead and have ball at the 38-yard line. First and 10, 4:19 remaining in the first. Brees back to pass. Pass is caught. That is to Jared Cook for the first down. No, not for the first down, for a 7-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 3 for New Orleans. That's with 4:14 left to play. Did the Redskins ever face the Saints? I don't think they did. Single back formation, right, lined up for the Saints, but that pass is caught to Jared Cook for another first down. But Brees 4 for 4. Hey, that's going to get his X factor up, I'll tell you that. But we go to the 2018 custom season. I don't see New Orleans Saints there. We go to 2017. I don't think we face the Saints there. So far, I have not commented on a Saints game yet. Oh, nope, I did. 62-27, Redskins 2017 custom season. That pass is caught to Michael Thomas for another first down. So now Brees 5 for 5, 41 yards. So yeah, 2017 Washington Redskins Man 13 custom season. The last game I commentated when the Saints were playing, but now the Saints are on the postseason. There you go. 3:14 left remaining in the first. Brees back to pass. Brees guns it. Almost a touchdown. That was to Michael Thomas again. And it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line. So obviously the passing game is working out finally against this Detroit offense. This is Detroit defense that had 2 interceptions. Brees and his X factor. Can't take a sack, I'm pretty sure. Bunch formation again. with a slant. That pass is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook in the end zone. And it will be 6-0 New Orleans. Yeah, just no one covered Jared Cook well. I don't know if they just didn't see him, but they didn't cover him. And that's very odd from the Lions not to cover people. Well, it's not really odd, but the offense have really been game savers so far this season. It's really been their offense all season, so got the 2-yard line. Saints will go ahead, kick the extra point. And the kick is up and good. 7-0. Lutz with his extra point. And Detroit down by a touchdown. 1 possession game so far. As Sean Payton's New Orleans Saints finally doing something good here in the cusp of season. Matt Patricia, first-year coach for the Detroit Lions. Had him go 12-4. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. It's going to be very, very close. It's not. The overall difference says it's not going to be a close game. So far, I mean, it's Saints scoring on the first drive. So Lutz will kick it away, and the Lions will receive the ball. Now from around 3 yards in the end zone, Mandelo takes it out. Mandelo gets a block past the 25 to the 28-yard line. Now here comes Christian Ogle through, I believe, 2 or 3 touchdown passes in the wildcard game yesterday. Through no picks. And it's turning out to be very good. It's turning out so far to be a good postseason for Christian Ogle. Especially compared to last season, where they were down. They almost lost to the Buccaneers in the wildcard game, and then they lost to the Cardinals in the wildcard game. And in the, I meant the divisional round. Christian Ogle trying to return to the form he had in 2018 custom season. So far, it's turning out true. Play action to Ogle. No, to fucking Mandelo. That pass is caught to Marvin Jones Jr. That'll be first down. That'll be a first down at their own 47 with 2:28 remaining in the first. Marvin Jones Jr. with his first reception for 18 yards. And the Lions showing some strength here. Now, defense really didn't do anything, but will the offense be able to do something? Will we see another miracle play from an NFC North team against the Saints? It's like how the Vikings did it, like, not in the custom season, but real life 2 seasons ago. Mandelo in the backfield. They have 1 wide out, likely to be a run play. 5-man rush. They hand it off to Mandelo. Mandelo for the 49-yard line for a 2-yard gain. So here's the Detroit Lions offense, and really, if you could shut down Mandelo, if you could shut down the receiving core, that's really where you're going to find your success. As long as you do good against the defense, and then you shut down at least for 1 drive, like shut down Antonio Brown, who I think had no catches last game. He wasn't even targeted to. You shut down Brown, you shut down Fuller, shut down Hockenson and Jesse James, and you shut down Mandelo. And then you stop the QB run game from Ogle, you'll be set. 2nd and 7 from the 49. That pass incomplete, dropped. That pass intended to Antonio Brown. So here's the defense for the New Orleans Saints. And what you gotta do here, do not give the ball. I mean, the linebackers, they're fine, alright, but that secondary, Marshawn Lattimore, Eli Apple, Marcus Williams, you gotta watch out for that secondary. Just don't throw it too deep and you should be fine. 3rd and 7 Detroit, down at the home 49-yard line, 1:42 left remaining. They know they have to get the first down here. I can't believe, I think that was Brown that dropped the pass. I'm surprised there that he dropped it. 3rd and 7, Ogle, back to pass. Scrambles, passes, pass first line marker, first down, Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown with the first down, and 1st and 10 Detroit. First reception for 19 yards. And now the 32-yard line now. So it looks like the pass just over, I think, I don't know if that was Lattimore or I was over 24's head. It might have been Eli Apple, or this might have been Eli Apple right here. Whoever 24 is just got a pass thrown over their head, and Yeah, that's practically what happened. Mandel in the backfield, bunch formation for the Detroit Lions. Jesse James, P.J. Hopkinson. Fuller in motion, a handoff to Mandelo, who can't find the good anywhere. Get a 1 yard loss, it'll be 2nd and 10. Minute left to play in the first quarter. Detroit driving down the field, trying to score a touchdown. And then hopefully score a touchdown in their next possession. If New Orleans scores a touchdown to tie up the game, and then score a touchdown in the first possession in the second half. Brown, you see Brown, there's probably another wideout next to Brown. Yeah, it was Darren Fuller who breaks a tackle. No way! Fuller's gonna run into the end zone for a touchdown! 33 yards on the run pass option. Broke 2 tackles. See this again, see he started running that way. Broke tackle, broke another tackle, and then yeah, he just got turned around and then broke the tackle. When he was turned around, he started running straight, and then that's the broken tackle turned him around, and then Lattimore couldn't get a grip on Fuller, and then the Lions have tied up the game. So Darren Fuller with the touchdown reception. Stafford would be the holder. Prater, the kicker. Kick is up and through. And it's 7-7 here in the NFC Divisional game. So the Lions not going down without a fight. But offense, once again, gets them out of a situation where they were down. They've now back-tied the game. So Detroit, remember, they have to face. They will not have the home field advantage at all this postseason. The Giants lost to the Redskins 7-3 in a snowy Landover, Maryland. And then in Baltimore, Maryland, they got the Browns against the Ravens. See how Lamar Jackson does there in snow conditions. And Prater will kick it off. 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. Now that passing game is Ginn Jr. Ginn gets past 25 to the 30-yard line. So a great return by Ginn. He has an average of 27 yards per return from the 2 kickoffs he has returned. And Michael Thomas, the guy who broke Marvin Harrison's record in real life, like I believe a week ago, now looking to give the Saints a chance to get up to the field, get up the field. 7-7 tie, 36 seconds to go in the first, down their own 30-yard line. New Orleans looks to try and score, make it 14-7. Remember, Breeze and his X Factor. Sing back formation, handoff to Alvin Kamara. Kamara finds a hole and will get stopped for a 6-yard gain at the 36-yard line. So might as well do one more play. That was to Wilson, not Tracy Walker. That was Wilson with the tackle. Might as well be one more play before the first quarter ends. 2nd and 4 down at the 36-yard line. Breeze under center. Kamara and their fullback in the backfield. Breeze the pass. That pass inaccurate. Wow. An X Factor mode inaccurate pass. Be 3rd and 4 with 8 seconds to go. That was surprising. I am surprised that pass was incomplete. But he's still in his X Factor though. 3rd and 10. Now 3rd and 4. Down at their own 36. Detroit looking for a stop. Pocket collapsing. That pass is caught the Cook for the first down. No, 4th and inches. They do get the stop. They call it 4th and inches. Raves Maven makes the tackle. See again, I thought he was over, but maybe no forward progression. They put him to the side, and it'll be 4th and inches. If he turned to his left, if he turned to his right and ran, he would have had the first down. But I turned to his left, and Detroit has a chance to take the lead by a touchdown. That is wow. I was not expecting that. So the Saints will already, unless they go for it here, will already not score. Be 4th and inches. Do the Saints go for it? We saw the Redskins go for it, I believe, 4th and 6, and they were able to score a touchdown on that drive after they converted it. And no, they'll punt it away on 4th and 6. Mandelo back to return. Mandelo, he will call the fair catch, and that will be in the end zone. Barely in the end zone, almost a good bounce. He almost got the good bounce, but Morstead cannot get the good bounce. And what's going to happen here? At the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, Detroit. They have a full second quarter plus 2-minute warning. They go down the field for a touchdown. Single back formation for the Detroit Lions. Mandelo in the backfield. The running game has not been able to show recently. A delayed handoff to Mandelo, jukes out a man, and gains to the 25-yard line for a 5-yard gain. So 2nd and 5, Detroit. Single back formation. That pass caught for 1st down. That pass to Marvin Jones again. That is the 2nd reception. So 7-yard gain. Marshawn Lattimore with a tackle. Detroit more passing yards, but less rushing yards. Single back again, 2 wideouts, 2 Ogles left at the bottom of your screen. That's Fuller and Brown. Play action. Ogle takes it off of himself the first time of the game, slides down to 39. 7-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd and 3 right now for Detroit. So right now, 2nd and 3. Going to score a touchdown or field goal to take the lead on this drive. Ogle to pass. That pass has caught the Brown. And Brown's going to be down at the 47-yard line. So about 4:20 left to play in the second. So 4:15 left remaining in the second quarter. Now they're on 47. Kneeling Saints territory now. Taking a long drive of a minute of possession so far. Coming to 2 minutes. Ogle with the ball. Passes complete to Hawkinson. And Hawkinson will get the 1st down at the 40. So Ogle nearing 100 passing yards this game. So 1st and 10 again. So the more passing plays you do, looks like the better it is. Saw Buffalo go more run heavy. Didn't work against Jacksonville. They were able to lose 17-10. Fumble! He lost the ball! Ogle lost the ball, but the lineman luckily recovers. Rankins with the sack. It'll be a 12-yard loss. Wow, that was nearly devastating for Detroit. You see Glasgow there, can't hold the block. Rankins breaks away from Ogle, and then the fumble happens. Why did they get it to Ranskin? He wasn't the one that even made contact. That was number 98. I think that was Fairley. And Fairley still plays for the Saints in this game. Wow. So now 2nd and 22. And to the 30-yard line, to the 28-yard line. Or something. Ogle the pass. The pass is deep. Caught. Darren Fuller. His 1st reception. That was a deep mid pass. That'll be a 2nd reception of the game. It'll be 3rd down and 3. And a 33 spot. Whoever wins this will championship game against the Vikings or Redskins. We'll see that game Monday. Ogle to pass. Ogle passes, caught the Darren Fuller. He already scored a touchdown play once, and he gets down to the 22-yard line. That is his 3rd reception. 3rd reception for 62 yards. He's already rushed for 1 touchdown. That's why you don't see that touchdown above where he's receiving it. Nope. That was a rushing touchdown because of the RPO play. I don't know how there was a touchdown though. I'll say that right now. It should have been 4-loss, but Saints choked that. And 2:25 left. This should be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Unless, nope, they don't excel clock there. James as the fullback. Mandelo in backfield. Brown in motion. Ogle scrambles, caught the Hawkinson. And that will be the last play for a 2-minute warning. So a 5-yard passing play to TJ Hawkinson for his second reception. Clean with the tackle. And this is a nice drive for Detroit. So 2-minute warning. We'll get back to that point once we come back. 7-7 is the score. We're back here in New Orleans in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. But like I said, a nice drive going on for Detroit. They've held the ball since the beginning of the second quarter. And they've never looked back. And they get ball at the next possession. That pass is caught to Mandelo. He gets down to the 5-yard line. So the first and goal at the 5. Christian Ogle now has not thrown an interception so far all preseason. Unless if he did. I don't think he did. I don't think he has yet. But nearing the Saints end zone. This is where it becomes hard to score. At the 5. Ogle passes deep. Caught. Mandelo touchdown. Why do I say it's hard to score? It's they just make it look easy. Back in the end zone. Kurt Mandelo. Touchdown play. Amazing. No one covering him. Makes the possession catch. Definitely 2 feet inbounds. Wasn't even close to the sideline at all. And now it'll be 13-7 Detroit over New Orleans. So after they stop them, can they stop them again? They left a lot of time on the clock for New Orleans though. It's the second quarter. It's 14-7 Detroit. So right now, Detroit doing well. Up by a touchdown by possession. If they stop New Orleans here, then they could be potentially up by 2 possessions if they score a field goal or a touchdown. But if you score a field goal, Saints are right back in it with a touchdown. So Prater will kick it off. Saints have 1:31 left on the clock in the second quarter. Ginn with the return. Ginn past 25 to 26-yard line. And now from 1:28 left, all 3 timeouts. The New Orleans Saints looking to come back and score a touchdown of their own, tie the game up, keep it a 1-possession game if Detroit does score on their first possession in the second half. So 14-7 Detroit, a minute 28 left on the clock for New Orleans to drive down the field. They have all 3 timeouts, so plenty of time left on the clock. Shotgun for Breeze. Breeze back to pass. That pass is caught to number 10. He gets to near midfield. He gets down to the 48-yard line. That was caught by Smith. And 23-yard gain for Smith, for Telvin Smith, I want to say. That'll be Wilson with the tackle. See, no one, he just broke through there. No huddle offense for the Saints. Around a minute left to play. And a timeout called for 1:01 to go. Why a minute 1? I don't know. But a 1:01. Detroit trying to stop the pass game though. They have not been able to do that. Besides that one drive where they barely hold on for 4th inches. 1st and 10, New Orleans. Not down 48-yard line, passing game, doing well. Bunch formation. They pass. Breeze. That's to Thomas. Thomas can't get the first down though. And to the 43-yard line goes Thomas in Detroit territory. 2nd and 1. So they give him that. It didn't seem like it was 2nd and 1. It seemed like 2nd and 2, but you know, it's whatever. 56 seconds to go They have one timeout. They're going to try and save this timeout as long as they can. Shotgun formation. Expect to see a long pass for a touchdown here. Breeze pass to Kamara to Cook for first down to the 26-yard line. Breeze only one incompletion all day. 5th reception for Jared Cook. And now 40 seconds remaining in the second. They have a timeout left. They can use it whenever they want to, but with how this drive's going, it seems like they might go for the touchdown. So they might score. Shotgun again. Will Detroit finally be able to cover? They go zone. Breeze, all time in the pocket. Getting rushed. And sacked down at the 20, at the 35. By Harrison Sr., his first sack of the game. 10-yard loss. And New Orleans will probably have to settle for a field goal unless they go for a long bomb to the end zone. Timeout called by New Orleans, 10 seconds remaining. Will they call when they go bring out the field goal team, make it 14-10 at half, or will they try to tie it up at the end of the first half? If they do here, that'll be good for New Orleans. Detroit up by a touchdown, needs a big stop here if they can get it. If it's an incomplete pass, which will highly... Nope, they're going to go Lutz with a 52-yarder. It's up and through. The 52-yard field goal is good. And it'll be 14-10 Detroit. It's barely good too. It's about as much as Hauschka made his 50-yarder. Maybe could have went 53 yards. But Christian was at 6 seconds. You obviously know he's going to run the ball Mandelo. Now he lost the football once today. He doesn't want to lose it again. They were lucky just to recover that. Look, because no Saints were over there. The lineman was able to get back there. And even on 2nd and 22, the Saints defense still could not stop the Lions offense. But the Detroit defense holds New Orleans to a field goal. And they're still up 14-10, going to go into halftime. So this would probably be like a practice. So it's kind of like a practice kick for Detroit. And Detroit have ball, 6 seconds remaining. Mandelo returns it from 3 yards back deep in the end zone. Past the 25, gets to 30, and 2 seconds remaining. You just might at least just see a kneel here. Didn't seem like there was any hole for Mandelo to break through, so just went up the middle, got to the 31-yard line. Unless they want to go Hail Mary, which is kind of not the good. Go over to Hail Mary is kind of not the good option. You pick it off, New Orleans gets some momentum, but that's what they're gonna do. They're trying to go Hail Mary, but we all know Hail Marys usually lead to interceptions. Ogle, deep bomb, accurate pass, picked off, and that's returned. Down to the 40. That is, I believe, 24 Bell. And he won't return it all the way, but he does get it to the 40-yard line in Detroit territory. So luckily, that was the last play of the half. As halftime comes up, we'll see the highlights of this game. But right now, Detroit beating New Orleans 14-10. We're back here at the Superdome here in New Orleans. Detroit receives ball. Will they be able to make it a 2-possession game? 21-10. Will New Orleans be able to get the stop they need? I think New Orleans will be able to get the stop they need. Detroit so far doing as best they can. And here we go. The second half of the NFC divisional round underway. Detroit up 14-10. Mandelo takes them back in the end zone. Oh, why did he... Oh, face mask call! There it is. That's good for Detroit. PJ Williams gets called on a 15-yard face mask, and for 5 minutes and 57 seconds left, they're on the 38-yard line now. So good possession. So originally I was supposed to be at the 23, 24-yard line. That will be pushed up to the 38. So Detroit right now, with all the options they have, trying to get another touchdown, make it 2 possessions, and then force New Orleans probably to another field goal. Honestly, it wasn't even Detroit that forced him to a field goal, it was just the tie that forced him. Ogle takes off in the play action boot, gets the first down. A lot more, slides down at the 42-yard line in Saints territory. Almost hit as he was sliding down there, but it'll be a slide. Be 5 minutes 38 seconds ago at the 42. See this here, just outrunning everyone. He's just fast. Ogle is like one of the fastest QBs compared to Lamar Jackson. And Senior is pretty good too on these rushing plays. It's just that sometimes he can't get where he needs to. Ogle the pass. He's rushed 2 times this game. Rushes for a 3rd time now. And he'll take the hit this time. Down to the 28-yard line. So his 3rd rush, Christian Ogle. Starting to rush a little bit more. Trying to be a little bit more comfortable rushing. Finding holes in the line. See, there's a big gap right there. Just rushed through it, and then Lattimore can't wrap him up, so the linebacker 47 had to. So down at the 28-yard line, 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. I formation. Mandel in the backfield, Jesse James, your fullback. Play action. Getting rushed, that pass incomplete. Had a lot of pressure coming at him. I think the pass intended to possibly Antonio Brown. It was for Darren Fuller. And it's 2nd down and 10 at the 28-yard line. So a field goal still makes it a 1-possession game. Saints can easily tie it. So Detroit will really want to score a touchdown here to keep the lead. 4:55 remaining in the 3rd. Now the 28. They hand off to Mandelo. Mandelo trying to find something going. Gets to the 25, and that's about it. 4 rushes for 10 yards. So obviously Detroit not going run heavy here. Really not going run heavy. Unless if you're Christian Ogle who's scrambling, you're really not the one going run heavy. So 3rd and 8. Have to get 8 yards to the 18-yard line. About the 18-yard line. Ogle the pass. Christian pass. Inaccurate pass again. And it'll be 4th and 8. He wasn't even getting pressure that time. It was just an inaccurate pass from Ogle. That's his 2nd pass that was inaccurate in a row. It's like Marvin Jones was the intended receiver. And New Orleans will stop Detroit. If it wasn't for an inaccurate pass, if that was accurate, that might have been good. So about a 42-yard field goal for Matt Prater. And it is good. So Detroit now leads 17-10 to New Orleans. Detroit needs to stop on defense here to keep this lead, because you obviously know New Orleans looking for the touchdown right down the middle. Could have been kicked out and possibly for a 50-yard field goal. 17-10 Detroit. 4:22 left remaining in the 3rd. Now the area is more dense here compared to Mile High. If you think about it, because New Orleans is below sea level. So that's really why. And then you got Denver, who is where Mile High, where is way above sea level. Prater kicks it off. At the 35-yard line. Kinn takes it from 1 yard deep in the end zone. He gets past the 25. Gets to the 32 to the 31-yard line. So that ties the longest kick return so far. He almost broke through for a touchdown. But he's lucky not to, because that gives all the time to New Orleans that they need. 17-10 Detroit. Touchdown ties the game. A field goal puts them only down by 4. So New Orleans looking for that touchdown. Do not want to still be down here. They've been down ever since Detroit scored that touchdown on their long possession. After the 42-yard field goal, Detroit leads 17-10. That pass is caught by Jared Cook, but nowhere for him to go. Had to ran back for the ball, and because of it, it will be tackled down at the 31-yard line. 2nd and 10.
Ready, yellow lady.
3 minutes, 54 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Down to 31, hand off to Kamara. Kamara finds a hole, and he'll get down to the 39-yard line. 8-yard gain, 3rd and 2 for New Orleans. Detroit on another 3rd down could stop them right here. They've been looking strong throughout this whole game, surprisingly. I thought New Orleans was going to be blowing out Detroit compared to the overalls, but no. So, looks like a bunch formation, but they have a receiver lined up on the far end. That pass is caught to Cook, Ginn for the 1st down. So still Breeze only having 1 incomplete pass, and now it's due to an inaccurate pass. And 3:12 to go here, down to 42. That's definitely not the 42. 42. I guess no 4. Yeah. Thought he was farther downfield. They had to get to the around the 48-yard line for 1st down in Detroit territory. Kamara in the backfield. Breeze passing. That pass is caught to Ginn again. Another 1st down for New Orleans. So Tony Ginn Jr. now. Nice pass from Drew Brees. Gets the catch. Makes the Ginn with the catch in what seemed like to be non-contested double coverage, because they were just not even on Ginn. 1st and 10. 2:38 to play. I formation. They have Michael Thomas lining up left. It's like they have Jared Cook on the line. They hand off with Kamara, and Kamara is going to gain nowhere. Actually, no, gains a yard. So obviously this has been an all-passing game. The rushing game not doing well. 2nd and 10, 17-10 Detroit.
Ready? 95-56.
Bunch formation right now for New Orleans. Hand off to Kamara. Kamara finds yardage, and he gets to the 34-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 3 now. Harrison with the 2nd tackle. They couldn't stop Kamara that time, so minute 50 to go in the 3rd. I have all the time in the world to get those touchdowns, including they have another quarter. So Breeze and shotgun looking to pass. In X factor. That pass caught to Kamara from 1st down. I don't know why the AI cover curls like so bad, but they do. So Reeves may even makes the tackle there. Like, he was right there. He knew Kamara was open. He just has to step near Kamara or in front of Kamara. That's all he has to do, but unfortunately they don't do that. And it leads to another New Orleans 1st down. So the Detroit defense obviously not... The Detroit defense not looking Super Bowl caliber. It's only the offense. Detroit needs to find defensive elements. Put the fullback in motion. They hand it off to Kamara, but Kamara is stopped at the 30. 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12 for New Orleans. Just didn't seem like he had any running lane there. The line just broke through and nothing was able to get through there. 2nd and 12. Hand off to Kamara again, but he stopped at 29. So it'll be 3rd and 11. This will be the longest 3rd down attempt New Orleans would have to do so far this drive. They have 29 seconds in the 3rd. Still all time on the clock. Detroit needs a crucial stop here to keep the lead and lead 17-13. They need a crucial stop here. 3 wideouts plus the tight end. Tight end wide open. They cover. And that pass is caught at the 5. Michael Thomas. You can't leave him open like that, and that's what happens when you do. Don't know what Tracy Walker was doing, but I don't know if he no, that was 28. Just left him wide open, and because of that, yeah, 2 feet in bounds. That pylon cam does show a lot. That's 2 feet in bounds, so that pass will count. And was tackled out of bounds too, so now they have a chance to tie the game here. I formation for New Orleans. They quick pass it to Thomas, and Thomas Oh, he can't do what Dan Fuller did though. So on the OPO pass, they lateral it. No, they just pass it to the line to Michael Thomas. See that? It almost what happened to Dan Fuller. That's the same thing that almost happened to Dan. That happened to Dan Fuller. That almost happened to Thomas, but Detroit was like, we know what you guys did, and that's what happened. So quarter end now will be 17-10, coming to the end, coming to the fourth, but New Orleans still in this game, only down by a touchdown. And you would love to see Detroit to score a touchdown on this possession, waste time as much as they can. So New Orleans does score a touchdown on their next possession. It will only be late and they'll be heading to overtime. Remember, if it heads in overtime, it's a tie. Last team who scores would win. The pass from Breeze in the end zone. No, he gets fumble! Oh, it's recovered by New Orleans. Trey Flowers gets the sack. Boy, but I'll say this right now. That is the second time we've seen a fumble today. One by each quarterback, but luckily both of them were recovered by their own team. That might have actually been caused by the ground. I couldn't really tell from that angle, but so it might have been overturned anyway. Nope, it didn't seem like it. Never mind. Just lost the ball. But 3rd and goal at the 10.
Ready, 5-9.
New Orleans has to get this touchdown. Detroit has not been successful on any 3rd down conversion. I for him. No, shotgun. Why did I say I for him? Breeze passes end zone. He dropped it. Thomas dropped the pass. It'll be 4th and goal. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even think he got his hands on the ball. He just turned around. The ball was just right there. No. Just bounced right off him. He was wide open in the end zone too. Easy touchdown. I don't know if because his heels were out of bounds. But Lutz will kick the field goal, make it 17-10. No, make it 17-13. Detroit very likely to go on to the championship game if they win this. 5:22 remaining in the 4th. They already had one drive that took the whole quarter, and Detroit scores a touchdown. It's mostly game over unless they have a quick drive. But it's all about how long this drive is. If the drive is long, they score a touchdown, it's game. If it's not long, New Orleans could possibly score a touchdown and then hopefully get the onside kick. Bills almost got the first onside kick recovery all season because no team is able to recover an onside kick. Bills almost had it, and if they did get it, then they could have tied up the game against Jacksonville, sent it to overtime. Lutz kicks it away to Detroit, scores 17-13. Mandelo gets a pass to 20 and gets tackled at the 22-yard line, so it would be 1st and 10 from the 22. Mandelo not being able to find anything going on here. But Christian Ogle, two touchdowns, 1 interception, 150 yards, 11 for 15. Two passes thrown by Christian Ogle were inaccurate. Keep that in mind. So, Jesse James in the backfield with Mandelo. Hand off to Mandelo. Mandelo finally finds some yardage. They had a block to the left, which he could have went through to possibly get even more, but unfortunately, no. So, the 27 now. 5 minutes remaining in the 4th. Detroit trying to raise as much time as they can, so they do score a touchdown. And if they score a touchdown either way, it might be game over. Ogle back to pass, tries to run, doesn't. Accurate. I thought that was going to be the Brown, but no, that's the Fuller. And it'll be first down and 10. That's Fuller's 4th reception. And Detroit looking to get another playoff win. They have 3 playoff losses. They had 1 in the wild card division. Wild card. So 5-3 in the playoffs so far in the custom seasons. Actually, no, 6-3 because of the wild card win against Arizona. And finally, Detroit breaks on the run game, trying to get their 7th playoff win here in the total the 4 custom seasons. They lost 3, both 2 to the Redskins in the championship game, and then 1 to the Cardinals a year prior, just last year. They beat the Cowboys, and then they beat the Panthers, and they beat the Giants. They beat, who was in the 20? I passed off the first down, so they beat the Giants in 2018. That's 3. And then in the divisional round, they beat the Buccaneers 53-24. And then they beat the Buccaneers again 20-17. And then they beat the Cardinals. So that's 6 playoff ones. Looking for number 7. Manuel caught, pass, wide open field, full race down the sideline, and down to the 16-yard line. So as time runs out, Saints looking very, very weak on their defense right now. 13-3 against 13-4. Like I said before in the beginning of the stream, we are counting playoff wins to their record, but not in the standings. So really, it's only the regular season record that counts, and the playoff season is just the total of how many games you play. So only up by 4, Detroit. Field goal makes it a 1-possession game. Touchdown makes it a 2-possession and a possible clincher over the pass. That pass has caught the Brown for a 7-yard gain. So 3 minutes remaining, about 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Ogle has just hit 200 passing yards. And Detroit could possibly go into the NFC Championship game and go to their first Super Bowl. They lost both the Redskins. But imagine if the Redskins do beat the Minnesota Vikings. Imagine that. Imagine if the Redskins beat the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be a rematch from the past 2 times Detroit would want to beat Washington. But we'll have to see tomorrow. At the 9-yard line. Ogle. Delay handoff to Mandelo. Mandelo will be stopped at the 10. 3rd down and 3. Coming to the 2-minute warning. Nearly. A very delayed handoff to Mandelo. Mandelo just didn't get a good release off the snap. And that'll be a 2-minute warning. So the race time the 2-minute warning. It'll be 2nd and 3 when we come back. No, 3rd and 3, my bad. We're back. 17-13, 3rd and 3 at the 10. Detroit. A touchdown will most likely win them the game with how much time is left on the clock. A field goal still puts them in jeopardy of losing the lead and then going to overtime. Brown in motion. Back to pass. Quick pass. That's a Brown for the 1st down. Timeout immediately called there, so they have 1 play where there's going to be no timeouts if they don't get it in the next 2. And that'll be a 3rd down, and then the 4th down as well. Minute 56 remaining in the 4th. Remember, Detroit scores a touchdown. It's game. If they score a field goal, New Orleans has a chance to come back. And after the turnover, New Orleans has a chance to win the game. Up 17-13, Detroit. Pass wide open, down for touchdown. And that's going to seal them the game. And Detroit is going to go to the NFC Championship game either against Minnesota or Washington. Wow, that is... That was just horrible coverage by New Orleans. They just left Fuller wide open. And then you got a minute 53. Score a quick touchdown, make it 24-20. And then you have to beat the odds. Get the onside recovery. Being the first team to do that all season long. And then, yeah. So 24-13. Detroit leads. They are going to the NFC Championship game. And New Orleans, in their first postseason game, winning the division, getting a divisional spot, because Arizona ended up beating Washington, but the New Orleans Saints beat Arizona. That's why. 24-13. Detroit scored 24 points last game. They won 24-3. They've let their opponent score 10 more, but that's it. At minute 53, for New Orleans try and score, get to the 24-yard line, and Prater will kick it off. Deep kick down at the goal line. Again, returns it. Again, can't find anywhere. Gets to the 23. Dad returned by again. They wanted him to get as close into good territory as possible. Past that 25, he wasn't able to that time. And because of that, it'll be for 1 minute 48 seconds left. They have 2 timeouts. Down by 2 possessions. Now, if they score a quick touchdown and they get the outside, they could potentially win. Shotgun for Breeze. Breeze knows what needs to be done. Back the pass. That pass to Jared Cook. No one blocking for him though. Oh, that's bad. I might as well see the game because no huddle doesn't work as well as it usually does. 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard pass and play. Just, I don't know what the fuck they was. You have to pass deep, and if it's a pick, it's a pick. You're down by 2 possessions. You have to pass deep. Shotgun again. They pass on the 4 verts. That pass deep. Whoa! Almost caught by Smith. Almost caught. He dropped the pass though. It'll be 3rd and 9. He tried. If he catches that, either that is a touchdown. Either he gets tackled right there, or that's a touchdown.
Ready? 95-56.
See more pass friendly. I'm surprised they're not going for another wideout again. Single back. Pass deep. Caught. Michael Thomas. First down. Surprised they're not going to call immediate timeout there. And you get the first down in Detroit territory. And now, minute left. 59 seconds to play. 2 timeouts. You're driving down the field. You're surprisingly letting clock run off from that. Thomas an X factor, so that's bad for Detroit. That pass again. That pass is caught. Again. Misses the tackle. He's in the end zone. Tempton Jr. And New Orleans just has to get an onside recovery, and then they could possibly win this game. Down by 4 again. Just too fast with the 2 safeties there. Oh my God. Coleman can't get him. Can't wrap him up. Davis and Walker aren't fast enough. In New Orleans, they need the onside kick, and then if they don't get the onside kick, they have 2 timeouts. New Orleans back in this game, but they won't be fully back until that happens. If they let Detroit run out clock, they're gonna go for 2 points, so they do get ball back. They'll be able to win it off a field goal. No, they already get a field goal. And that pass, one-handed Michael Thomas. And they're only down by a field goal. They need the onside kick. They recover here. They have a chance to go to the NFC Championship game. 4 plays, 77 yards on a minute 4 time possession. Nice one-handed grab by Thomas, because you all you need is a field goal to tie it up. 44 seconds remaining in the game. In regulation. You're going to see an onside kick
pussy,
recovery.
Yum pussy.
Okay. They get it here. They have a chance to win the NFC divisional game, and they don't. So Detroit just needs to run the ball twice, and then kneel it down, and then there's your game. That's all you have to do. So the Saints once again will fail another time on the conversion. They'll fail another time. No, not conversion. They'll fail another time. It'll be another part of the team that fails on the onside kick. Down by a field goal. They had to get that, but nothing will be as close so far this season to when Buffalo almost got it against Jacksonville.
You're happy BC Detroit won. Emoji happy tears.
Boy, obviously. I formation for Detroit. And off the Mandela, he'll get tackled at midfield. And on the 49, timeout immediately called then. Honestly, you just need them to pass it here, and then it's really done, because you need them to pass here, which they probably won't, because they just need you to waste that timeout, third down, and then they need to kneel it on third down, and then it's game. That's all they have to do. Oh, never mind. Didn't kneel it.
I formation.
What the fuck was that then? Seemed like it. I form flex. I don't know what the fuck it was. All right, third down, Detroit after the kneel.
Wasn't.
All right, what was it then? What was it?
Pistol.
Pistol? All right. So Detroit will kneel it again here on 3rd and 14, and they'll move on to the NFC Championship game for the first time in 2 seasons. The New Orleans Saints will lose their first game in the postseason. They'll be eliminated from possibly making the Super Bowl. And Detroit, with the second upset, unless if they kick it here and they return it, which is highly unlikely. Nope. Out of bounds.
I'm watching the Aqua Lions game.
I know Lions are losing. They fucking suck. But Detroit will win. Then move on to the NFC Championship game. They'll face either Washington or Minnesota. New Orleans, on the other hand, will go home. They'll have an extra week in the extra 2 weeks in the off season to get their moves done.
0-0.
Detroit will pull off the second upset of the postseason. Looking to pull off the 3rd one in the NFC Championship game. So let's see. And also, we gotta be lucky that Detroit actually scored the touchdown on the last play, because if they didn't, then they probably would have lost. But Detroit hangs on here in New Orleans. They win 24-21. They end up having the most rushing yards, 63, but the less passing yards. Later today, you will see the Browns-Ravens game. Ravens should obviously win, but there'll probably be an upset. Christian Ogle moves the Lions to the NFC Championship game.